So going to the fourth series of this lesson. So here we are going to go with the different experiments or the research which has been done by Richard Ebright. So in the previous slide we saw that, in the previous series we spoke about Richard Ebright being in 8th grade, what he had done. So now he thought that the diseases are because of the beetles, so he kept in the presence of the beetles the monarch butterflies. So here now he is finding out why viceroy butterflies copy monarchs, why they look similar. So in that case, what did he do is, first he found that these were the food for the birds. Which one? The viceroy butterflies, just like monarchs, and they were the food for the birds. So viceroys, what happened is, it tastes good, whereas monarchs did not taste good for birds. So in taste for the birds, what happened? The viceroys were tasting good or better than the monarchs. So it is understood that the birds prefer only the viceroy butterflies. And then he found that the viceroy look like, similarly like the monarchs, because they wanted to trick the birds and they wanted to save themselves. So they are just similar to, they pretend as though they are similar to them, because so that they wanted to be away from the danger, in the sense away from the birds. So they try themselves to be same like that. So this project was placed first in the zoology division. Which project? In the sense, the difference why the viceroy butterflies copy the monarchs. Okay, so this was being displaced. So next, when he goes to his theory on the life of cells, which he did it in the next research, he tried to find out like the purpose of the golden spots which is there in the external part of the butterflies. So we could see that there are nearly 12 tiny butterflies, golden spots on the butterfly's wings, and even on a monarch pupa also. Okay, so finally at the earlier stage, it was assumed that they were just for the ornamental purpose. So these golden spots were just for the ornamental purpose. But later, when he did the research, Richard Ebright, along with his fellow students, in the sense with his friends, he showed, or he witnessed, that the spots weren't ornamental. They were producing a hormone which is necessary for their full development. Okay, this is what he was trying to do it, and it gave him entry in the International Science of Engineering Fair. So this research had succeeded him in and made him to explore so many things and enter into the next level. That is what is the International Science and Engineering Fair. So in that he was supposed to compete with the other people. So after that, what he did is, let us look into the further achievements. So what he did, he entered into the senior year, that is after entry into the International Science Fair of Engineering. And what he did is, in a senior year, he started growing cells from monarch wings in a culture, which showed that the cells would divide and develop into normal butterflies wing scales only if they were fed the hormones from the gold spots. So how much important the gold spots were in the wings or in the pupa monarchs, it is being proved, it has been witnessed by Richard Ebright. And he thought that everybody thought that it is for ornamental purpose. It is not so. The hormones from the gold spots, it would divide and develop into, normal butterfly wings. Okay, so this project which he did it in his senior year, won him the first place for zoology at the international fair. So already I told that he had been entering into the international fair for his engineering fair. So now he tried with another experiment where he grew cells from a monarch's wings in a culture, and then he showed that the cells, it would divide and develop into normal butterfly wing scales. Okay, but when only if they were fed the hormones from the gold spots. So all these, it was being witnessed, and it was being taken as a proof, and it was being displayed, and it was being, he had shown it to the spectators, and there his project had won him the first place for zoology at the international fair. So that, we could find that in each and every aspect his career is getting developed, and he's showing more and keen interest in all these research work, which is, giving him further and more upgradation in his achievements. So looking into the next slide, we'll see what he had been achieved.